All right, hello, welcome to this video where I'm going to do a major rant on Governor Hochul. And this has not been covered by the news at all, all right? You're the only one hearing about it here, all right? Governor Hochul has vetoed the bill that would transfer certain lands to the Oak Brush Plain State Preserve, otherwise known as Edgewood, by December 1st, 2021. So she did wind up vetoing it, even though this bill had unanimous support. Just like with the hunting, this governor does not care about the will of the people. So you can see here it shows actions, veto memo. So I don't have the veto memo. I don't know what her reasons were. It doesn't say any reasons here. It doesn't list it. But this would have expanded the Oak Brush Plains Preserve, the Edgewood, the Pine Barrens, basically Edgewood Pine Barrens, all right? But again, here in New York, we don't care about the Pine Barrens. No, we don't care about the Pine Barrens. We don't care about preserving them. We just want to destroy them. And it's all about the South Shore because that's the only area they care about. And so this is another classic example of it. The governor vetoed this, all right? But she'd rather spill lots and lots of money over to the South Shore, of course, because she announced Long Beach and Lindenhurst as winners of the first round of New York Forward. That's right, because, again, all she cares about are these preppy, spoiled white people on the South Shore, and she pretty much gives the middle finger at the Pine Barrens because she doesn't give a crap about the Pine Barrens, all right? Another example here, all right? Patchogue launches $3 million project to restore wetlands, protect community from flooding, because it's all about protecting the South Shore and preserving their environment while our environment in the middle of the island gets trashed, all right? So we're talking about the start of one of the largest living shorelines, all right? More than 3 million reservations funded mostly by the state and county, of course. The idea is to replace rotting wooden bulkheads and create half a mile of native grasses and plants that will absorb and divert coastal stormwater. Well, that's just great. It's all about protecting these people, of course, on the South Shore and giving them everything they want, and they get all the attention while we get nothing but crap, all right? And then, of course, this is what we get in the Pine Barrens. Let's destroy the Pine Barrens in Calverton, all right? And let's complain about Canada Geese in Brightwaters because they're upset because the Canada Geese are making poop on their lawns. Let's watch this video here because it's absolutely pathetic. These snobs here in Brightwaters complaining again about geese. And I know we don't have any sound because my computer is giving me problems. Let's try to get the sound on.
Brightwaters in Suffolk County, but as CBS 2's Carolyn Gussoff reports, residents could now face fines for violating a village code.
Yeah, they're putting little fences up
in the South Shore village of Brightwaters. Beautiful lake views come with a byproduct of living this close to nature. Goose droppings everywhere.
My wife and I were just chasing the geese off the lawn.
Joe
So you can live in the middle of the island and not have to deal with Canada Geese.
Overwhelming.
It was bad. I filled up a whole garbage can, in about 2 weeks' time. I came home one day and the goose dropping was on the welcome mat. So I said, this is it. So now the droppings are then get into the house and cause a bacterial virus.
So he surrounded his lawn with a string fence, as did 8 other residents. Do the strings help?
Without a doubt.
Then the village sent out summonses. The strings on village right-of-way property could be a tripping hazard and become unsightly.
These houses on the lake started
Because they're so snobby that if there's strings on the lawn, it could make it look unsightly.
If I have sloppy string, it just kind of takes down the look of the area. We have a lot of joggers, walkers, kids. People walk their dogs there all the time, and it could be a hazard.
The mayor's
How is that a
asking residents
hazard?
to move them back off village property, reminding everyone the geese came first.
I agree that it's a mess, but it's always been a mess. The geese have been here for over 100 years.
Purse points to other tripping hazards along the right-of-way and wants more done in New York to control Canada geese. Their numbers deemed a nuisance by
Well,
the
maybe
DEC.
if we stop destroying the environment, maybe we wouldn't have such a problem.
The village has tried just about everything.
We've used fake swans, but the geese laugh at them.
Some residents have just given up.
You don't wear your shoes in the house. I was the first person to do the strings, and they work, and then the geese figure it out.
It'll be up to a judge on February 8th to determine if residents' string solution runs afoul of village law. In Brightwaters, Long Island, Carolyn Gussoff, CBS 2 News.
You live by the water, you're going to deal with Canada Geese. I don't feel sorry for these people. And again, it gets a 2-minute story. Even the New York City station gives it a 2-minute story. And we all know 2 minutes plus for Patchogue, of course, as well.
Patchogue's waterfront is now.
So I'm not even going to play this. Right.
That lasted for about 5 days.
They get all the investment, they get all the attention over every damn thing.
Projects
on Long Island.
The idea
and we're told to just pretty much get lost.
Is going to prevent erosion.
Right, Andrea. Where were you when the governor vetoed the Edgewood expansion bill, Adrienne? Where were you then? Where were you then? Because I'm going to show you what we're going to lose now because the governor doesn't care about the environment. All right, this Governor Kathy Hochul, not only is she letting the criminals out, but she doesn't give a crap about the environment either. I mean, it's just so obvious. So, yeah, this is Edgewood Preserve, and this was going to add this land over here to Edgewood Preserve. That's right. All this land on both sides of the Sagatows Parkway were going to be part of Edgewood Preserve. But now, because the governor vetoed the bill, she wants developers to destroy all this. All right? We already see how trashed this area is. All right? But now all these beautiful pine trees, yeah, they're going to get cut down. All right? Because, again, Long Island doesn't give a crap about the Pine Barrens. We don't give a crap about... The only environment Long Island cares about is along the shore, and that's it. And in the middle of the island, these pines, they don't count for anything, all right? Look at all the trash on the ground. No, they don't count for anything. But let me take you somewhere where the pines do actually count for something. That's right, New Jersey. That's right, which is where I'm going to wind up having to go live because obviously not only are they destroying everything I love about Long Island, not only are these rich people coming and pricing me out, but also I basically feel like my life is in danger the longer I live here for various reasons I'm not going to get into here. Bretton Woods to be saved, $8.55 million deal to reach for open space and brick. That's right, they are saving more pine barrens in Ocean County. What do you know once again? A proposal to purchase 31.8-acre parcel in the Bretton Woods section of Brick and preserve it as open space has been approved by the Ocean County Natural Lands Trust Fund Advisory Committee. Boy, Ocean County is an awesome place. The proposal now goes to the Ocean County Board of Commissioners for a public hearing before the county can give their final approval, and I'm sure they will. D.R. Horton of Mount Laurel, which had an application before the Brick Township Planning Board to build 59 homes on the parcel off Laurel Avenue, has accepted a negotiated offer of $8.55 million for the property. Under the proposed purchase, Ocean County would pay $6,840,000 and Brick Township would pay $1.7 million, I think, or something like that. These are big numbers. All right. They're both seeking, which both get grant funding from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's Green Acres program. Isn't New Jersey wonderful? Isn't New Jersey a state we should all be proud of? Because New Jersey, people who love pine trees, we're welcome. We're not treated like crap. We don't have our pictures posted all over the place. No, we actually matter, believe it or not. All right? So here you go. Certainly this purchase answers the concerns of many residents that encourage preservation of the land. This site consists of over 30 acres of mature upland oak and pine forest. Pine barrens. The New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection has identified the site as an area of special concern for the eastern box turtle, and it also serves as an important migratory bird habitat. Again, we've had habitats like that on Long Island be destroyed because, again, people on Long Island don't care about the Pine Barrens. It's only about the shoreline because that's where all those important white people who work on Wall Street live. The rest of us, we don't matter. Existing trails on this site that have been enjoyed by surrounding residents, and in partnership with Brick Township, the site will permanently be preserved for the enjoyment of the public. This is a great accomplishment, said Brick Township Mayor John G. Ducey. Our Brick Open Space Savers boss group of volunteers made this property a priority. This was an encouraging experience for the residents of Brick. So let's go and take a look. I'm not going to read the whole article. Let's go and take a look at the area. Obviously, this area here on Long Island is probably going to be gone eventually, just like this area was destroyed here. The beautiful pines in here that they knocked down, all right? And we'll also see the destruction of Alcal. We'll see more destruction here. And let's not forget the destruction here in East Quogue, too. Yeah, we'll see that be destroyed, too, as well. But we can go to New Jersey and show you in Ocean County yet another beautiful area that they preserved. All right, so let's go ahead and show that to you right now. All right, this is Bretton Woods area. Let me find it first. It's somewhere over here, I believe. I got to find it. I think it's this area here. It's a square. Looks like a square. I think that's this area right here. So this area will now be preserved. You can see, look at all those beautiful pines there. That will all be preserved. I think that is the area that we're thinking of, I think. Yeah, it is. It's off Drum Point Road. All right, so yeah, this area will be preserved. This area is also preserved as well. But yeah, it's this area right here that will be preserved. So again, because in New Jersey they care about the Pine Barrens. Not only do they preserve that, they've preserved they're preserved this area here, which is going to eventually become a park north of Winding River Park. I guess it's going to be included in this former bass site. There's lots of Pine Barrens here. This is all preserved. We have this area here that's preserved as well. Used to be a former sand mine. Pine Barrens are growing back. So many areas in New Jersey are being preserved. While on Long Island, the only areas that seem to matter are those along the shore. And I have every damn right to rant about it because obviously this is probably going to be my last year on Long Island. I am so freaking fed up with living here. You have no idea how fed up I am with living here. All right? Seeing what's going on. All right? You know, I know I'm going to be forced off Long Island. It's only a matter of time before that happens because all the things that I love in my life are being destroyed here, all right? And only the snobs, only they matter, all right? The rest of us don't matter at all, all right? I can go live here and have a nice, peaceful life away from all these rich snobs and these arrogant people and this corruption, all right? And not to mention my life being threatened, all right, by various people that I'm not going to get into, all right? So there you go. Once again, Governor Hochul did veto this bill. This governor, obviously, she's horrible, all right? I'm going to call her out in this video again. I've had it. Meanwhile, she thinks the subways are safe while we're letting criminals out on the streets. Really, really, press room. Look at her. Look at her, who she represents. She doesn't care about the common man. All she cares about are the snobs. We had an opportunity to get rid of her. In fact, we had 2 opportunities to get rid of her. But we didn't do it. No, we didn't do it. No, not in the primary. Because, again, a bunch of arrogant Wall Street snobs wanted to keep her around. Let's get her. Let's just put her picture on the screen. Can we? At least, she doesn't even have a decent picture of her on the screen. She represents the snobs. She doesn't care about the common man. She doesn't care about the environment. She hasn't done anything to protect the Pine Barrens. All she does is want to destroy them while looking out only for the people on the South Shore and maybe a little bit on the North Shore. But I think the North Shore gets forgotten too, all right? Because the North Shore apparently has been neglected. Their environment has been neglected as well. Because, again, North Shore, you have old money. North Shore is not as connected up with Wall Street. And we have some pretty bad things on the North Shore that pollute, like these old power plants here that one of my viewers contacted me over about. And these spew lots of, carcinogens and stuff in the air. We're not really doing anything. We had nuclear power, but, of course, we didn't allow that to happen. But this is kind of what you get over here on the North Shore. This looks pretty neglected, actually. But, again, it's the North Shore. They don't vote. They're not part of Wall Street. You have more doctors over there. You have more educated people. They're not part of that Wall Street block that controls everything. That's where the North Shore gets crappy train service to. It's the same thing, all right? It's all about these important people on the South Shore in their little world, in their little utopia, enjoying it and thumbing their nose at everybody else, and it just continues to get worse and worse and worse, all right? And, yeah, I'm not going to talk about the corruption, but when it comes to the environment, I know this is going to be my last year on Long Island unless a miracle happens, all right? Because I can't take this anymore. I'm being driven out. I don't belong here anymore. This place is for rich snobs. It's not for people who can appreciate the beauty of the Pine Barrens. No, it's for rich snobs who work on Wall Street, talking in their preppy way. It's all about those people. The rest of us don't count for crap, all right? We're being driven out. And nobody's fighting back. I'm the only one who's fighting back. But guess what I get for it? You know what I get for it. You know what I get for it. All right? I feel like my life is in danger because of it. All right? That's how bad the hate has gotten toward me. It's really scary. And some of you know what's going on already. I'm not going to get into it here, but that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. And, obviously I want to try to enjoy the next couple of months. Enjoy these places on Long Island because I think next year, I think there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be living in New Jersey. Yeah, that's right. The snobs win. Unless some miracle can happen, the snobs win. There's nothing I could do. There ain't enough of you out there to fight and stand up and do the right thing and fight these snobs and take back our island. No, there ain't enough of you out there. There ain't enough of you out there doing it. We're losing the Pine Barrens, whether it's the Beatles, whether it be the development, whether it be this corrupt governor that's letting developers take over the Pine Barrens. To hell with the fact that the majority of the state legislature voted it. She doesn't care. She's an arrogant bitch, just like Governor Cuomo, who's an arrogant asshole. They're both cut from the same cloth. They're horrible people. That's all. And that's why you don't see Phil Murphy and you don't see Ned Lamont associating themselves with people like that. Those people, they're real Democrats. All right? This woman right here and the one that came before her, she has more in common with the previous governor of New Jersey, Fat-ass Christie, who stood on a beach that was closed. He was a classic example of arrogance. They got more in common with Donald Trump than they have with Ned Lamont or Phil Murphy. All right? You think they're Democrats, but they're not really Democrats. They're really Trumpers. They may not act like it, but they may not say they're associated with Trump, but they are associated with Trump. They think the same damn way. All right? And this kind of hate must be stomped out. All right? But no, nobody in New York is brave enough to do it. I tried, but I'm done. All right? I'm done, and I'm going to be getting out of this state. I give up. I really do. Unless more of you stand up and fight, what the hell am I doing this for anymore? That's it.